Доброго ранку, шановні колеги.
Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues. We are starting our working day in the UCMC. The topic of the first press conference is cultural decentralization, presentation of futuristic rural festival Metro do Kybynets. Our guests are Любов Yakimchuk, poet, scriptwriter, cultural manager, and Helena Tanai, poet, and also co-curator of the festival. Good morning, Любов. The floor is yours. I will say a few words about our project Metro do Kybynets that we started together with Galina Tanai in December 2015. In the beginning, we decided to celebrate the day of Mikhailo Semenko, and for that, the best place was his homeland, the village where he was born. And from this first celebration, during this first celebration, we decided that we need to organize a project in Kybynets. That's a village where there is a lot of cultural background. And there was a mansion of Trashinsky. Trashinsky was the minister of three emperors. He was the person who was showing the Crimea to Catherine the Great. It wasn't just the mansion. He founded the first library there in the pond, which is there. It's called Pond of Trashinsky. And there was the theater on water. And Mykola Gogol and his mother were performing there, and Vasil Gogol was making these performances, and this place was called Third Athens. That was a very powerful cultural center on the territory of Ukraine. And this story didn't finish up with Trashinsky. Mikhail Semenko was born there, and I found the evidence that Semenko was the relative of Trashinsky. And the mother of Mikhailo Semenko, Maria Proskurievna, was writing about that. So we decided to organize a project there that would last during the whole year, that would be regularly. Every month in Kybynets there are some cultural events taking place. For example, there was the presentation of the children's book of Vera Tilek, the lecture of Yuri Makarov. Konstantin Grubich came there and brought the master class there. And for a village, and there are 1,300 people there, they raised 3,000 grivnas in this village, which is a lot of money from such a village. We see that works in a village. And we decided to organize the festival dedicated to Semenko, which is more about literature, but not only. And Hala will tell about that. I would say that for us, two components are very important. The first is local. It's very important to offer to local citizens some cultural and educational programs so that it's regular, so that people get used to having something happening near their homes, so that they can become the co-participants, co-authors of these events. We also understand that this place could be potentially attractive for tourists, and we need to create the events that would be attractive not just for local citizens but for citizens of other regions. Our festival, which is Village Futuristic Festival Metro do Kybynets, will be organized around the futuristic background of Mikhailo Semenko, and the cultural program would be interesting for local citizens and tourists from other places. The first festival will be more for local citizens, and the program will include presentation of literature touristic route, that's local route, now, and this part of the festival is executed together with Poltava branch of the National Union of Writers of Ukraine. Also, there will be a master class for children from designer Yuri Barabash. You see the design of the logo of the festival, also poetic readings from different poets, and that's in hammocks. And why in hammocks? And that is because Mikhailo Semenko, his wife, was a very bright person, Natalia Uzhvi, and in Kybynets there's a person who remembers Natalia Uzhvi, and they remember how she would go there and stay in a hammock. And that is why the readings will be in hammocks. We will also show to the guests of the festival some other things, and there will be multimedia performance. The director of this is Yevgen Stepanenko. The text of the play we wrote together with Yevgen Stepanenko. That's a biographical play. It's about Vasil Semenko, and both professional people will participate in that. One of the main parts will be performed by the actor Andrei Salapai, but also local citizens. But when we worked on the play, we realized that we have one more role for Yuri Makarov, and he agreed to that. 2 days ago, he agreed to participate. He will perform in Kybynets. The rehearsals are now taking place in Kiev, then they will continue in Kybynets. There will be a very interesting joint project. And that's on preparation to death of Mikhailo Semenko. He falsified the documents which were called the case on the dead body, but that's a comedy which turns into tragedy in the end. And it's interesting to see how local citizens will feel themselves being actors. Besides that, I would like to add that the decorations will be made by Yuri Barabash together with local people, with local children mostly. The basis for decorations will be the sketches of Anatoly Petritsky. We'll see. What will we have? Because the children from Kybynets will be also involved into creating such a cultural project. They will be also performing together with some famous people from Ukraine, and they will feel themselves part of Ukrainian culture. Another important thing, it's important and to involve people so that they become co-authors of some event, because if you bring some cultural product to people, it's difficult. If you do not know what their level is, what their requirements, demands are, that's probably not the best thing to do. When we organized the culinary masterclass from Kostya Grubich, it was good because Kostya, for the citizens of Kybynets, is a person from the TV, and it was interesting to watch it. It was a very powerful interaction when people were creating some cultural events together. And they received much more satisfaction from that. That is why we decided about that format, when the local citizens are co-authors of the performance, when local children could become the co-authors of decorations. And this is the way to better understand what people live there, what they need, and how it would be better for them. Any questions?
I have several questions. First one, this festival, when will it begin? What is the timing? And there will be two sub-festivals, first local, and if I heard correctly, no, we prepare one festival, and it will be on the 6th of August in the Mirgorod region in Kybynets, and this festival will start. There will be an excursion at 11 p.m. At 11 a.m. and then it will last till midnight. So this is the first year of cultural life, and we cannot forecast all the things, but we can say about a lot of things now, and we understand the changes, but we started to feel this village. We see the interest in this village, and people from Mirgorod attended, people from Poltava also visited, and it was interesting in this region. And now we want to draw attention of Ukrainians to this region. Maybe starting next year we will upscale this event, but we will have a surprise, and Kybynets want to do something special. So that will be a present to me and Gal also. So, of course, people want to create large-scale projects to draw attention of many people and media, but we should start with small things, and it yield more result. So we can say that 20 people from Poltava will come, 5 poets from Kiev, and there are also poets from Kybynets who write to us, and Kryvyi Rih. Someone will come from there. So there are people who want to come, and also several journalists from Kiev. So we know about it already. So we started the PR campaign of the festival. So this is a first experimental year, and this information is disseminated informally. Of course, if, for example, 500 people come, it will be difficult for us whether we can provide everything that is needed. And this year we announced it as a local festival, and we can manage the number of people who will attend. So about accreditation, can you just come? And what about the contacts? And also, how can we get there? You can write a letter to our email, and you can go there by railway, and you can go there by intercity to Mirgorod, and then by, for example, by taxi to Kybynets, and it will take about 3 hours. It takes 2 hours from Kiev to go there, and then, for example, 20 minutes by taxi to the village. It is 14 kilometers from Mirgorod, so it is rather comfortable. And every day, all the trains that go to Poltava, they go through Mirgorod, and we hope that in some time after our project there will be intercity to Kybynets. And maybe final question about the number of people who took part in the organization of this event. are these people volunteers and what is the number. So the majority of people are our friends who supported us through this year and in different ways by providing people who work there as drivers, where they delivered lectures. They provided resources, some money for fuel. Many people joined, and we are helped also by our partners from Poltava and also people who live in Kiev, Evgeny Stepanenko, Yuri Makarov. And now also there will be an actor, Sergei Salapai, who joined to the creation of this play and its performance in Kybynets. So the main team, Galia and me, we are the main managers of the project, but there is a circle of people, a powerful one that helps a lot, and they will go to the festival to see what we achieved. Also, volunteers are residents of Kybynets who join the organization of the event, and also we can name some sponsors and volunteers, and we are happy that that they joined us. So this is local head of council, and she's a wonderful person, and usually it is not pleasant to work with local government, but we have person, she is young, she understands the needs, and she understands cultural ideas, and also we cooperate with Poltava Writers Union, and there fantastic people work, and Natalia Trikash is the main part from this organization, and they found financing, and also they are supported by choice program. We have also funds for the development of public space in Kybynets, and this public space can become also tourist attraction, and we will create a special So there will be a special facility that will be established, and there people will come and discuss. A special gazebo, and also there will be a club for entertainment. So do you have other questions or comments? If there are no, so final remark. I'm from Poltavshina myself. I live in Velika Bugachka village, and I was to Kybynets. But this will be the story for the next press conference. Thank you very much, and till the next time, goodbye. Thank you.